Alright, hello guys, welcome back to another Wizard101 playthrough. Sound Husky here, and we are now starting off the Grand Arena. And that's where we left off. And before we're gonna get into it, but I'd also like to say thank you very much for support. The last video that I got hit 50 views again, which, I mean, for me, that's a great accomplishment. And I'm almost to 20 subscribers. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. That means a lot to me, and thank you much for supporting the playthrough as well.
Are you a warrior, young wizard? Because a warrior is what we need. Kayamate the Great is fighting in the Colosseum, but Manders aren't allowed in. I've got another idea. Disguised as a gladiator, you wouldn't raise any suspicion. If you accept, you should battle Sphinx gladiators to earn the mark of the gladiator. The mark will gain you entry. When you have it, return to me to complete your disguise.
It'd be interesting if it was like an actual disguise where you were able to sort of mix your magic to look like a croc fighter. Like one of the crocs here. But, you know, due to time limitations, that probably was not possible. Might have to use those. Yeah. I'll use the boots, I won't use the rope.
Perfect. Now with this gear I got you and the mark of the gladiator, you'll be able to march into the Colosseum unnoticed. You'll find the Colosseum up ahead. When you enter, be sure to talk to Marakara, the arena master. Tell him you want to fight Kayamate the Great. When you succeed, tell Kayamate that the Order of the Fang needs him to rejoin the cause. My plan should work, I hope. Good luck, young wizard, and be careful.
So, where we left off is we successfully got General Kaba back into the fold, but now we need one of their best fighters, Kayamate, who is currently the most successful arena champion in the Grand Arena, fighting for the Tut's amusement.
Puny foreigner! You think you can take down Kayamate the Great? We'll soon see how you fare against real warriors. How about proving yourself first, novice? Think you can defeat a lowly Sakwi Ripper? Alright! It should be entertaining. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a new contestant.
Doesn't even call us by our name. How unfortunate. Yeah, right, doesn't matter. Fairly simple. He wasn't that strong.
Not bad. But don't congratulate yourself just yet. The Sakwi Ripper is actually a pushover. We'll see what happens in the next round. Okay, I think you got lucky with that Sakwi Ripper. Prepare for something with a little more heat. Ladies and gentlemen, for your enjoyment, we have a special duel. Foreigner Wizard versus the Wild Sunbird. Cheer for the gladiators! You can watch them in action behind the bird gate.
Okay. Yeah. So the idea behind this is we are trying to fight ourselves we are ourselves pretending to be a gladiator and going up the ranks to fight Kaimate.
So, you are the new kid on the block? Maybe the block isn't big enough for the both of us. We'll see who stays and who goes.
So as you go up the line, you need to fight higher tiers of minions until you get to the top. Then after each big fight, then you have a minion fight, then you have a boss fight. And then you have a minion fight, then you have a boss fight. Up until you hit Kayamate, who has no requirement. Well, you beat the last boss, and then you do another boss afterwards, which is Kayamate. Oh, that's great. Well, welcome to Wizard101 Fizzle. Fizzle 101. Later down the line, the common trait between a lot of these mobs, especially fire and life mobs, are weaknesses. Same thing with balance. So we will have to try and fight through that a little bit. Weaknesses do deter damage a lot if you're not prepared. Okay, well that's great.
Wait, did I say the Sunbird is tough? It's... Okay. But you'll have to prove that was not beginner's luck. I thought I heard a cheer or two for you last time. Maybe I can set up a match between you and Stone Chin. You'll have to make him interested in you first. Tell you what, if you bash a couple of those Ice Weavers, I think we can set something up. Stone Chin
Level 20,
likes fresh
alright.
spider eyes. Collect some of those and he'll be willing to tangle with you.
With that, in the next episode, we will be changing outfits yet again. As we hit level 20 and as we continue to level up through the levels, we will be changing gear every so often. Now, there are a couple worlds that I will not be covering in our full playthrough. Mainly the ones that are sort of side worlds, like Aquila and Wisteria. They are technically worlds of the Spiral, but Aquila is for mainly drops gear that is specific for levels 30, 70, and 90. So they're worth farming if you need gear for that level. Wisteria is just sort of a side world competition where we could do it as sort of like a side world. I might do it as a live stream or something like that, where I just complete the entire world in one sitting. Or it could be like a special video once I hit maybe 50, maybe 100 subscribers. If I hit 100 subscribers, then I'd probably do something like that. I don't know. Or I might just do it anyways, just for the heck of it, maybe at a later level.
Not bad, not bad. You may be able to bash the Ice Weavers, but you need more flair, more style. Can't please a crowd without those things. Okay, Stone Chin says you're on. But I told him he can't have the spider eyes until after the fight. Let's see how you fare against a stronger and hungrier opponent. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, Puny Foreigner versus Crag Stone Chin. Who will fall first? Just watch behind the Sun Gate.
As you can see, the Colosseum area is sort of set up like a Roman Colosseum.
The Arena Master says that after I smash you, I get to have spider eyes. I like spider eyes. Okay, now Crack smash you.
So yeah, I mean, it's fun. It's really entertaining, actually, because, well, I haven't really made... I don't usually talk about it, but this is by far my most favorite world out of all the worlds of the Spiral. Besides, there's a couple that I really enjoy. Get a drink here 1 sec. Anyways, the reason why I like Krakatopia is mainly the aesthetic and the Egyptian setting that it has. That's the main reason why I like it. I don't really like Marleybone that much. Sort of, I don't know. There's just that charm that Krakatopia and some of the other worlds have, Marleybone just doesn't have. And that's why I don't like it as much. There we go. Crag's down. Moving up the ranks here in the Colosseum world here. Who knows? We might be championship material after all. I think we are. I think we are material enough to go all the way to the top. What do you guys think? Do you think so too? I think so too. We're definitely gonna crush them. We're gonna crush the rest of them. Let's do it.
Not bad, but I wonder how you'll do against a real warrior. Let me see who's left.
Alright.
Okay, I think you're about ready to move up to fight Bort. Problem is, Bort has an image to maintain. So before you get to take him on, you'll have to take on some sand stalkers. That's in his contract. Nothing I can do.
Interesting. Yeah, and like I said, balanced enemies are the worst. Well, I didn't really say it, but that's sort of the written rule of the balance. The Balances Guide to Wizard101 says, hate your own school because you can't boost against it. No, that's actually not in a handbook or anything. I just don't like the matchup. But that will be remedied when we finally hit level 26. And 42, because there's also another spell that does the exact same thing. But that's besides the point. I mean, well, if we fizzle the spell, I think we put on something that'll make sure we don't fizzle. Oh man. I mean, you know, this. You know. If you feel like you want to do so, leave a comment in the description about your favorite Wizard101 world and why. Because I'd like to see your opinions on why you enjoy some worlds, or the world that you chose. It doesn't need to be, it can be from any wizard, it can be from any art. Just, I told you why I like Crocotopia the most, and, you know. Now, the one thing I do wish they would have done with Crocotopia is instead of maybe having it as the second world you go to, maybe later down the line. I don't know. It would have probably just made it a little bit better for me.
Excellent. The crowd always loved up-and-comers such as yourself. Too bad no one has come to see the arena for some time. Look out! Bort Malletmane was born and bred to fight. Think you can best him? Then show me some spirit. I want to see a real fight. Ladies, gentlemen, and children of all ages, let's hear it for the Dueling Wizard! This time, the wizard is after two-time Croc champion, Bort Malletmane. Check out the Snake Gate!
And if you're noticing, we do get a lot of experience in this world. And the experience will keep piling on as we continue. You know. Anyways. Alrighty. Here we are. Bort Malletmane. Take him down.
You think I will give up all the fame and glory without a fight? Ha! You don't even have the showmanship to be a star like me. Really? You are no warrior.
Sure. Alright. Well, since I did not pull what I needed, I guess we just go and start swinging. Okay, nice. Sorry, board. I think you might need a change of plans here. Might need to change your strategy up. It didn't work for you. That'd be a funny idea for a video that I'm probably gonna make later. It'll make no sense, but I think it'll be kind of funny. It'll be just for some giggles and laughs. I don't think it'll be anything weird. Well, it is gonna be kind of weird, but I'm not gonna tell you what it is yet. Go. That's another one down. Arena Master, you need to get some better competition, man. I'm wiping them all out. You probably won't have any more fires left once I'm done here. Ah, man. I was always one for the art of war. Anyways, why didn't that go? Come on. Thank you. Need to make sure we're nice and healthy before each fight.
I have to say, you don't look like a real warrior, but you sure can deliver. The crowds would go wild for someone like you. The crowd would have loved you, taking on all our top guys. Now is no time to slow down. I'll get a tenure ready while you take on some suckweed gougings. Go get 'em, Wiz.
Ah, yes, balanced enemies. I love balanced enemies. Don't we all love balanced enemies? Especially when we're the same school as what we're fighting. Those are fake tears. Alright, well, why might I don't know. Do I just might as well. Don't see why not. We don't even have resistance to these guys, so we gotta face tank everything and make sure we don't die, I guess. Because that's how balance works, obviously. For the most part. And don't get me wrong, I love balance. I just like roasting it because of it's very weak early game against its own school. And that's kind of why I chose balance as the school I wanted to use for the playthrough, was because of its early game weakness against its own school and see how well we would do against it. But the interesting thing is you don't find a lot of balance bosses when you're questing. Especially early on. Most of the balance bosses that you do find are later in the game. I don't know why. Wonder why. Because there's no such thing as a balance convert. Anyways, there you go.
Excellent work up there, Wizard. If only we had the crowds from the past. They would be filling the stadium to see you fight.
Of course.
I'm taking you to the top. Fight hard and I just might get an honorarium. Of course, I'll share the spoils with you. Ladies and gentlemen, get set for some unparalleled entertainment. The Dueling Wizard will now fight our undefeated Croc champion, the amazing Itenyu Sakui, behind the Moon Gate.
So we're fighting one of the Sakui family members. Interesting. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. All right. Anyways, let's take him on. Let's show this dead warrior what a true fighter looks like.
Little wizard. You do not belong here. I only fight real warriors. I am a Croc champion, not a babysitter.
Oh, that's a low blow, buddy. That's a low blow. Don't say that. Don't say stuff like that. I'll rot the heavens a little bit with. I'll rot the heavens with it. Let's do it. Gotta rot the heavens a little bit with our dueling. Oh yeah, and a little fun fact: I used to play PvP way back when. To be honest, I do not play. I would rather not play PvP anymore. For one reason and one reason. And the big reason why I don't PvP anymore is the community of PvP has, there's always been that elitist factor to it. And there's always going to be people that always think just because they have some of the highest ranks in the PvP scene means that they're really good at the game. There are probably way better people in the game that don't PvP. That's something that I've always thought of, There's always going to be those people that are good at the game, but do not want to get mixed up with the hardcore players that are always talking about me. A lot of MMO stuff has that type of group, and that's why I choose not to PvP. I know I'm good at PvP, but I just can't be, I could not. I could not deal with it. I couldn't deal with it. I could deal with it back then a little bit, but I can't deal with it now. It's too much, in my opinion. I don't like it.
You did well, my little Croc champion. You're ready to take on Kayamate.
We did it.
I've got big plans for you. I'll wager you feel like you're ready to fight the legendary Kayamate the Great. Now here's your chance. You can thank me later. I set up a private show. Go through that door on the right and enter a small room. Show Kayamate no mercy. You'd be doing that old has-been a favor.
Old has-been, jeez. Soldiers. There are enemies that exist that have no real. They're just sort of filler enemies. You can fight them, but you don't get anything from them. I wish Monstrology had more Monstrology groups that you could grab, especially ones for like the Crocatopian people, like those.
I am the undefeated one, the only Kayamate.
Alrighty, let's do it. Last battle. Since we are the champion's fighting the undefeated champion. The world-renowned undefeated champion of the croc fighting scene, Kayamate. But we actually did hear the Arena Master say he's a has-been. So, is he actually a bested, was he actually bested, but he still considers himself the best? Or has his Coliseum fighting days just, he's a has-been because he's not the popular favorite anymore? Obviously, the Arena Master sort of showed that his reputation does sort of precede him. My guess is Kayamate fell asleep faced the Great Sleep with the rest of the Tuts, rather than actually, staying around the Order of the Fang. And that's why nowadays, he fights for the Tuts, he fights for the Tuts rather than for his order. He needed to be bested in battle before he could finally see the ways of the Order of the Fang again. That's sort of my idea of why. Whereas General Kaba, he's been holding out in that area, hoping that the Order of the Fang would find him before the Tuts do. Because obviously the Tuts do not like the Order because, well, the Order were the ones who put them to sleep in the first place. We can finally talk to him. Hello.
I am humbled by your skill, Wizard. Sadly, I accept defeat, even though it was inevitable. It is clear that my days of glory are over. I guess I'll just have to settle for retiring filthy rich. Maybe a comeback tour in a few years.
You lean in quickly and notify Kayamate of Shalik's request. His eyes widen as you emphasize the dire situation.
I have been here trying to recapture lost glory, and my comrades have been at risk. I see now that the Great Sleep was no defeat, but a stalemate. I must gather my fellow gladiators. As foreigners forced to fight for the Tuts' amusement, they will revolt too. Return to Shalik and tell him I am ready to fight. This will be my greatest glory.
Yep. And he summed it up the most. Pretty good. The Tuts gathered whoever they could and pit them against each other to see who would be the best. Obviously, favored by, the Tuts, why doesn't Tenyu Sakui be the undefeated? Mainly, maybe because the fights may have been staged for Tenyu's favor. Obviously, that's why when, you get here and you're starting to best people, maybe, but, it may be protagonist syndrome, but, whatever. But yeah. We get to show Kayamate the true path that he needs to follow, and we can set him. So we have the Great General, and now we have the Great Warrior that they need. And now they can finally undo, or maybe try to stop the Tuts permanently. But I feel like our job in the Crockett Sphinx is not over yet.
I should have known those who slept might forget themselves. I'm glad you were able to remind Kayamate of his calling. With General Kaba and Kayamate back, We now have 4 core members of the Order of the Fang, reunited in purpose. Wizard, by helping us, you have earned my trust. Therefore, I will reveal a guarded secret. The location of the Golden Fang. Locked in the vault of ice for centuries, it offers great power to any croc who wields it. We cannot afford for the Tuts to discover it now. Meet me inside the vault of ice.
Okay. And once again, with that being said, I think we call it quits here. Whoops. There we go, and then you also get a ring. Go away. Anyways, with that being said, we've done it. We've reunited the Order of the Fang, its 4 core members, in Alhazred, the Balance Teacher, Shalik the Wise, General Kaba, the general of their army, and Kayamate, their greatest fighter. And with that being said, now it's time to venture into the Vault of Ice and grab that Golden Fang before the Tuts have any way to use it. Now, that will have to wait for another episode. Once again, I thank you so much for supporting these episodes. I'm really glad I keep on making them for you guys. Besides that, I do have another video in mind coming later. It's going to be about Pirate 101 and my experience going back to the game as somebody who has heard of it, played it a little bit, never really wanted to play it that much. But after a little bit of playing through the free membership period, I might actually make a couple videos on it. That being said, thank you guys so much for the continued support and almost to 20, reaching that 20 subs, a little bit of a milestone for me. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Where we will infiltrate the Vault of Ice and collect the Golden Fang. Bye, guys.